How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today I bring you an update on the case I covered last year involving a now 8-year-old boy by the name of James Younger. His parents, Jeffrey Younger and Dr. We'll talk about that keyword in a minute. Dr. Ann Dragoulis are involved in a bitter custody battle. The father wants either full custody or at least split custody and some decision-making power as it relates to his son's medical care. Now, the mother most likely wants full custody, probably not split custody, but what she does want for 100% certain is the ability to make all the medical decisions for her son herself without really involving the father. Now, why is that important? Well, the little boy is becoming transgender at the behest of the mother. Okay, now there's an interview from the father that I played in the video last year, and I'll place that in the box. But basically what the father is saying is as follows. My son does not really want to wear the dresses and do the things that his mother wants him to do. But he feels like if he doesn't do it when he's around her, then his mom won't love him. He won't have that support. So he's just conflicted on the inside. He's a little boy. He doesn't really understand these types of things. Okay. When the boy is around the father, he doesn't do the girly stuff or call him Luna as a mom wants to call him. He gives him regular boy clothes and he feels comfortable that way. He's not rejecting it. He's not trying to fight against it. You know, his name is James and he wants to be a boy. He is a boy. Okay. Even if he was confused, that's your job as a parent to send him down the right path and to get him right. You should not be trying to teach your child about becoming transgender. You know, you shouldn't be coaching them down that direction. You shouldn't be giving them any kind of medical treatment to go that direction. The mother wants to do, you know, like, I don't know, puberty block or something. She wants to do stuff like that to transition him into becoming transgender. He is 8 years old. This has been going on for what, at least 2 years, maybe even longer than that. So you're talking about when he was about 5 or 6 years old, this had been going on. It's way too long and way too early. Okay, this is a little boy we're talking about now. This is why, before I get back to the story, this is why when I was in California earlier in the year in March, I appeared on a show called Jubilee. If you guys know about that, I'll link to it in the box, where they have the whole thing about, you know, step on that side if you think one way, or the other side if you think the other way, or step forward. Now, the question that they asked was, do you believe in LGBT rights or something like that? Something to that effect. And I had to answer with kind of a question, just kind of an inquiry. I was like, well, okay, when you say LGBT rights, what do you really mean? What are we talking about? We got to be very specific and deliberate with what we're saying here, because if you're talking about 2 adult men doing whatever they want to do, or 2 adult women, that's on them. If you want to become Caitlin, Bruce, whatever you are, that's your business. I don't really care. All right. But I draw the line when it comes to kids. All right, you got a little boy talking about he's transgender? No way, Jose. Okay, the boy might say he's transgender, but so what? He's a little boy. He might not really understand he may be kind of confused as to what's happening. If he gets to feeling like that as an adult, or he still feels that way as an adult, then that's something else. But as a child, no, that's not going to be the way it is. You got to raise your kids right and not push that LGBT stuff on them. Okay, that's just what it is. And you most certainly shouldn't put them on any kind of drugs, because you might have kids that regret it. You have adults that regret decisions that they make. You have adults that regret tattoos, and you can't even get a tattoo until you're 18. You can't get a tattoo until you're 18. You can't smoke cigarettes. You can't drink beer. You can't do much of anything until you turn 18, but you can get a whole sex change at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years old. No way, no how. Okay, that's why I said what I said. People got upset sometimes in the comment section, but I'm like, no, I'm telling the truth. You know I'm telling the truth. You cannot be calling yourself transgender when you're 5 years old. I don't really care. And as a parent, shame on you for doing that to your child. You're setting them up for a lifetime of therapy, a lifetime of regret and confusion. Okay. And it's not even what the boy's even talking about wanting to do. This is a mother doing it to him. And this is a doctor, a pediatrician, no less. His mother, oh yeah, Dr. Ann Dragoulis. You can look her up on Google right now. She's a doctor, a medical licensed doctor in Texas. That's a fact. Someone heard the rhetoric about, oh, listen to the doctors, listen to the experts. Well, you got a doctor right there. You got a so-called expert right there. And obviously what she's saying and what she's doing is totally wrong. This has been a very long battle, like I said, at least 2 years for the father trying to save his son from a lifetime of misery and regret. This, I feel like, might go all the way to Supreme Court. Because now we're dealing with stuff about, the sovereignty of a child's body. We're dealing with something that's way beyond the custody battle. It may have started that way potentially, but we've gone way far beyond that. And to get to that level, he's going to need a lot of help, a whole lot of help. So, my best goes out to the father, prayers out to the father, Mr. Jeffrey Younger. Hopefully everything works out. Hopefully you're able to save your son, and hopefully the little boy gets saved, because this is not appropriate. This is not right to make that boy be a girl. He is not a girl. He is a boy, period. If the little boy grows up and wants to be something else, then so be it. Once he gets to be of age, make his own decisions, he can be whatever he wants. He can identify as a unicorn. I don't care. But as a child, leave the kids alone. This is why I say what I say, okay? And this is why I've said time and time again that we can't let the progressives get their way, because the progressives always progress. It's never going to be enough. It's always, okay, we just want gay marriage. Oh, no, okay, we just want, certain little things paid for by the government, certain little hormone treatments. Oh, no, we want to lower the age of consent. Lower the age of consent. We want to lower the age of becoming a transgender, lower the age of becoming a transgender. We want to give little kids hormone blockers as far as their MMR and whatnot. What? What are we even doing? I saw a story the other day that said that a child, I think it might have been in juvenile custody, was forcibly given estrogen because I guess they were too erratic and too hyper, too masculine. So they can inject your kids with estrogen. A mother can turn her little boy into a girl, not actually in reality. This is a doctor, a pediatrician that does not believe in science, which is crazy. That's scary. I would not send my child to her at all, or anybody like that. So we got to just recognize what's going on right here. And I'm glad that we have some good Supreme Court justices in office, because imagine if you had an all liberal court and there was no way to escape this madness. It'd be crazy. This might go all the way to the top, all the way to the Supreme Court. Hopefully it gets resolved sooner than that, because the longer we wait, the longer that the little boy is suffering, because the mom is sending them to school right now as Luna. How is he really going to be able to deal with that? Even if this gets resolved in 6 months, a year, that's 6 months, a year too long. On top of how many years he's already been going through this with his mom and his dad and the whole thing. It's really a mess. So as I close, I want to say this. Recognize what's going on with so-called progressivism. It always just keeps on going. Never give them an inch, because they will take a mile. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? Do you think that this case really underlines my point about progressives, how they always want to keep on going forward? They never want to, it's never enough. And that's your viewpoint. Let me know why in the comments below. How do you feel about this LGBT creep into the child spectrum? Is it okay to give a child puberty blockers, hormone blockers? Is that okay? Is that all right to do that? Can they consent to a sex change or to becoming transgender? If that's the case, then what else can they consent to? You see where I'm going? And don't act like I'm just making some stuff up or just being, an alarmist. No, this is where they're going. I said it before. I said that they would come forward, the little kids talking about being transgender. They will push sexuality onto very young people. I said that before, and here we are right now today. Let's stop this right now. It has gone way too far. Hopefully, the young boy, James Younger, is able to break away from his mother, and he's able to have a normal life. And, to reclaim his childhood. Hopefully he's able to do that. And hopefully the father is able to get reunited back with his son. If I were in power, if I were a king, if I could rule by fiat, I put that mother up under the penitentiary, Bent Rock's Little Rock, straight up and down. That's just if I could rule. I'm not saying that I would, because I don't have that kind of power. But if I could rule, anybody that abuses a child in this way would get sent up under the jail to never come out. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.